Okay, after the great response from my first video blog, I decided that I would try something new, something I've been thinking about for a while now, which is to actually video my reviews of books instead of writing them out. I think that I can offer a more heartfelt and original explanation of how I felt about the book to do it this way instead of by writing it out. So this is my first attempt to do that. Let me know what you think, and of course let me know what you think of the review of the blog. First of all, I wanted to let you know that I will still post my rating and the back of the book description above so that you actually get to read that. I'm not going to read it out loud for you, and everything from here on will be opinion. So I wanted to start with my first review with Sherilyn Kenion's Night Pleasures. I actually finished it about a week ago and just have now gotten a chance to review it. I want to start out by saying that this was a great book at 309 pages. There's an excerpt for the next book in the copy that I have, which is great. I enjoy that, as well as an epilogue, which I think that epilogues are great things to have in romances because you kind of want to know what happens after the initial happily ever after. Kirian is the main character, and he's a dark hunter, and he's awesome, very kick-ass, and Amanda is his to-be love, and she's an accountant, very tight-laced, which I enjoyed about her. I liked that there was not a whole lot of initial hatred between them. It wasn't, oh my god, I hate him, I hate him, I hate him, which happens a lot with a lot of the historical romances that I enjoy, so that was refreshing. I also loved about this book the secondary characters. There's so much backstory for the secondary characters that I have enjoyed throughout this, well, this is the second book of the series, but I've enjoyed because it really gives you more information, and it gives you a lot more going into the next book. I knew a lot more about Kirian before I started this book from the previous book, and I know a lot more about the next character in the next book because of this book, which is really nice. It's almost like you get to read two books about them. I wanted to mention that the setting was amazing, that the description of New Orleans was very nice. It wasn't overdone. I didn't feel like I was living there, but I did get the feel for the town and the people. I really liked how the fight scenes were not overly long. I wasn't, 20 pages of somebody kicking somebody else's ass, and the love scenes weren't overly long. They were exactly what you needed, and that was that, and then we got to move on to intrigue and plot, and intrigue and plot is always nice in a romance. So please hit stop now, and thank you so much for listening to this review if you are not interested in spoilers, because I will be talking about some things that actually happened in the book from here on out. By the way, I highly recommend the book, and hit stop now. And the reason that I wanted to go ahead and post some spoilers was there was a couple of things that actually happened that I wanted to talk about. One thing was that at some point in the book there's a section where Kirian tells Amanda to call for Artemis if he needs her for protection against the big bad, and that never happened, and I thought that would be really interesting if it did, and I was kind of disappointed to at the end have it that them never really meet, and I had kind of really hoped that would happen, and hopefully maybe it'll happen in one of the future books. So that was my big spoiler that I just didn't want anybody to hear if they didn't want to hear. So thank you for listening to my review of this book, and please read above for more information on it, and let me know what you think. Thanks.